What's up, everybody? You're getting your daily dose of LoweTivation. This is episode 239. I just wanted to tell you about something I realized today while thinking about a lot of the things that I need to get done. As you know, I've had a lot of things happen to me early in 2020 and enough stressful stuff that I was able to cling on to a bunch of excuses like I normally do when I procrastinate on the extra things that I'm trying to get done, those goals, the dreams, the life that I want. I put it on hold as I usually do, and I analyzed that today, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I thought. So I did the famous leapfrog excuse bullshit that a lot of us do, where we say, I'm gonna start on Monday, I'm gonna start on the new year, I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna start there, I'm gonna start when the stars align, I'm gonna start sometime in some magical alternate universe, I'm gonna start. And then the bullshit starts happening in life, as it does. Things are always gonna come up, obstacles are gonna develop, and they're really easy to cling on to, they're really easy to leap from one excuse to the other. Next thing you know, months, years have gone by, and that goal and dream that you keep telling yourself you're gonna do, you have leapfrogged from one bullshit excuse to another. Now, I don't know if you've heard this, I've heard it a couple times in my life. I think when I was younger, maybe I read it in a book, maybe I saw it online, I don't know. But they say that excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got them, and they all fucking stink. So just remember that. Excuses are like assholes. And if you're using them all the time, you're gonna be an asshole instead of the person you're trying to be. If your goals are to change who you are to a better person, or a healthier person physically, or a certain job, some kind of career, whatever it is, you're gonna be an asshole to yourself and not accomplish that if you keep leapfrogging from one bullshit excuse to another. You guys know, if you've seen the previous videos, I talk about checking your excuses at the door. And that's what I've done today. Even though I've had some crazy stuff going on. You guys know my car got totaled, I got medical bills coming at me saying, where that money at, fool? All kinds of stuff. I've stayed calm for the most part through it all, used all my mental tools on my mental tool belts, my handy dandy tool belts, and I've weathered the storm. Things are getting better, life is looking great, and I've stayed mostly positive through all this craziness. So what I did notice was I did use excuses. They're not so much excuses, but I've clinged on to issues and problems and basically turned them into excuses on why I haven't done a lot of the things that I need to do. One big example is I was thinking about the podcast that I had been talking about a lot before 2020 started slapping me in the face with his big old balls. So I look at that and I was like, what are all these excuses I'm using? I'm constantly in pain. Well, guess what? I'm always in pain. So I'm gonna have to either work through it and be smart so I don't injure myself, but keep chasing those dreams no matter how tired I am, because I'm not gonna accomplish anything if I don't do that extra that I know I need to do. And I'm talking just specifically about this podcast situation. I know that I was very affected when I did the podcast with my mother, because I learned a bunch of things that I didn't know even happened to her, and it just brought me to a place I haven't been to ever mentally. So I know that I used that excuse to not even want to look at editing the podcast, getting it going. It's a little bit of work that I gotta do, but I haven't even gone towards doing that yet because of how I was affected. So now that I know that, I need to suck it up, and I know I'm ready to get back into it and start working hard on all the different things, including the podcast. So I'm just saying, I noticed all of the excuses I was making. I was leapfrogging from one excuse to the other, which leads me to a couple of months now of not doing the extra things that I want to do, that I know that are going to make me successful in the way that I define it, and could be even in a career, could be, a dream life. But in the definition of my success that I want to do, that I want to be happy and doing something that I love, that I'm passionate about, I gotta work really hard to get there, and I'm not gonna get there if I keep hopping from one excuse to the other. I'm gonna be hopping backwards in my progress and what I'm trying to do. So I know a lot of you can probably relate to that. It's good to check those excuses and to just notice what you're doing. And if you're leapfrogging from one excuse to the other, you gotta learn to start fighting that and go against that, and you will start seeing progress towards the dreams and goals that you're chasing. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're up to, whatever journey you're on, or whatever journey you're about to start, I'm here, not leapfrogging from excuse to excuse anymore. And it's time to kick some ass, right guys? Let's do it. Much love.